Let's make a couple memories.
All right, folks, we're hanging down in Toronto today with this fella, Dan Davidson. Dan, thanks for hanging with us.
Thanks for having me, man. This is fun.
Yeah, so you just nailed a couple awesome Mason Jar sessions for us.
Thank you.
Maybe let's talk about the new single.
Sure.
Maybe tell us the title of it and tell us how it came about.
Well, the song's called Say We Did. We just released it on July 7th. Jeff Dalziel, Toronto area producer, produced it up, and we're really excited about it. It's a song that came from a session in Nashville in February that I wrote it with Dave Thompson, Dwave.
Yeah.
And he's a very popular Canadian writer down there, and we've been friends for a decade and never made music together, so I figured I would just call him and see what happens. So he brought in Travis Wood, who writes for Tim Hicks and James Barker Band and stuff like that. So it was cool. It was really exciting to get three Canadian transplants in a room in Nashville. It seemed like a really expensive way to get a song done.
I was going to say, wow, that's pretty good. But
yeah, but it was great. We had a really good vibe, and we just kind of wanted to do something that got that good vibes sort of country summer song happening, and I feel like we nailed it. It's really fun for me.
You definitely did. Let's talk about the video.
Let's do.
It's pretty. It's like. Found was probably my favorite video of last year, hands down. No, actually, I might say the last 5 years because it was that good. But this one, it's like you were hitting a home run after that. Right after that one. How was that come together?
It's pretty funny because like on Found, people would ask us, like, I won this Video of the Year award at Alberta Country Music Awards, and I always get these interview questions that are like, how'd you come up with the plot line for Found? And I just go, there was a plot line in Found? But yeah, honestly, that one came together because we had no budget and the song was blowing up, so I wanted to do something cool, and we just basically rented mascot costumes and just kind of went for it. Yeah, and look what happened. We looked up and it was top 20 on CMT, so the next one, we had a little bit more budget, so we just, again, sort of not really a whole lot of plot line, but we dressed me up in this costume that's halfway between John Wayne and Elton John, and just plopped me in the middle of Tokyo and just watched what happens. So that was a really good social experiment type video.
I bet.
And so from there, it started to become like an interview question. It was like keeping me in the faces of media for a little while, and so I had to figure out what's the next one-upper from there. And honestly, we had such ridiculous concepts going into the third video, and of course, no budget because it's independent country music here. So
yeah.
But we came up with this thing. We're all kind of sci-fi nerds, me and the directors, and I think we were actually talking about buying costumes anyways because we're big losers. And
so now you had a purpose.
And then it clicked. We were all in the same room. We're like, this is it. This is the video. So decided I would annoy my wife and neighbors by building the entire bridge of the Starship Enterprise out of cardboard in my garage. Because I think that's what grown-ups do, right?
Yeah,
and
totally.
Professional musicians.
Anybody with kids, that's what they're doing, right?
So yeah, it was hilarious. Even just building the set was funny. My neighbors thought I was crazy. My kids are probably forever going to be wondering what their dad does for a living, and I'm still kind of wondering. So, but it was a blast, man.
And you did that out in Alberta?
Yeah. It's actually filmed in my garage in St. Albert, Alberta. So.
Really? So everything's in your garage?
Yeah, and then we did some shots down in the
Not in Vulcan, right? You didn't go down.
No, we thought about it. But no, we went down to Drumheller where it kind of looks like the surface of the moon down there anyway. So we did some of that and put in intentional, really terrible special effects.
Dude,
got some of my friends in the video.
So good. But do you think that now you're going to classify yourself in that let's do this fun? Because I've seen your show open up for Chase.
Oh, yeah.
We were in Barrie, and it was awesome. And your show just kind of really morphs who you are in the videos as well. So
I hope so. That's a big part of why I love doing music, is just how fun it is to get out on the road and play music with your friends. And I always found that there's a lot of people in music that take themselves really, really seriously, and I just want to get out there, meet people, connect, and have a good time and share a moment. So that's kind of what comes out on stage. Sometimes I feel like we're just entertaining each other on stage, and maybe that's bad, but people seem to like it.
As long as you guys are having fun, and that's what we take as fans watching a show, and you guys having fun up there, it counts because we feed off of that. So.
Yeah, and I love that. Like those shows that you were at, the Chase Rice tour that we did in the winter, it was awesome. Like it was like an AC/DC video. There's people hanging off the walls, and it was just mental. And
it's St. Patty's Day of all days, right?
Exactly.
Was where we were. So let's talk about your CCMA nominations. Holy cow! How cool does that feel?
It's
2 of them.
It's crazy. It's it was a big goal for me in getting into the country music thing. That's like a career goal, and to kind of come at it in my second year and have 2 nominations it's staggering.
It's incredible to see. The market is small. Like as we say, it's small, but there's a lot of players involved, and when you get nominated for something like that, what was the feeling like when you heard that moment that you were nominated?
Well, I was shocked, first of all, but then I was like, man, I got to pick up my game if I'm going to keep up with these guys. So it's good. It's good pressure because that's how I like it. And that's how I thrive. I find in this industry is like if there's, you have to meet certain expectations. You have to be ready to play with the likes of Brett Kissel and Dean Brody and Dallas Smith and even just being at the table though in those conversations. During the CCMAs, like, Songwriter of the Year, we're up against Time by Dean Brody. It's one of my favorite songs probably ever in country music. So I have no chance of winning it. Just joking. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to be mentioned next to people that I'm a fan of, and it's really feeling like I'm becoming part of this scene. So it's awesome.
Last question: social media. How do you handle social media? Is it something that you're focusing on these days, knowing that it really is a big part of making an artist who they are?
Yeah, and I like to focus on social media just in a very honest way. I want people to see who I really am. So on Instagram, I'm not just posting show pictures and doing like the whole thing, song and dance, the dance monkey dance thing. I just want to just talk to people and give them a little bit of a glimpse. Like I'm not probably the best at being super hardcore on it, but I think it's a great way to connect with fans and just kind of grow a relationship that's a little deeper than just I like this song. So
awesome. Dan Davidson, new single on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you buy good music. And remember, if you don't download this one, we don't like it because you're not downloading good music. All right.
I still like you.
We do. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, come on, girl, let's make this one of those had to be there. Remember when kind of nights that we never forget. Yeah, it's crazy.